This is Duelist bringing you Chaos March action. This is the first battle of the replay of the Saiph campaign on the Tikhonov planet of Poznan. The two lineups tonight are Cougar E for Kentax, Krieger Wolfson in a Hollander E, Dave Tronix in a Uziel Prime, Proxima and Morgu D, Shooter in an opponent C, Dashfire and a Thor B. Opposing them, drop commander for that team is Proxima. Opposing them will be Marius as the drop commander in a 3-life battle armor. Nova Cat E for Django. Bob in a Nova Cat E. Mad Cat E for Burner. Holy crap. Gnome King in a Shadowcat F. Wow. And Stubby in a Shadowcat Prime. Burner. That is an impressive list. This match is either team. We'll see what happens. The Wolverine's Rebirth does have definitely a cooperation and a cohesion advantage here. They all play together. They're all from the same unit, Wolverines-Rebirth.de. Opposing them will be a couple of members from my unit, SJ at sj.mwmaster.com, and some veteran players. So it'll be interesting. The teams have the firepower here to take each other out, but that list that Burner has put together along with Marius is deadly at mid to long range, and so these walls that you see will be key to this battle. If Proxima is able to get his team back here, they'll be okay, but you can already see that Marius has them right where he wants them. He can see that might be Gnome. Gnome kind of has a tendency to be the scout for the team and always on top of things. Yep. Gnome, that is impressive that you were able to get up that way. So Gnome's looking this way. Marius surely has seen them or is on the way to seeing them. Burner setting up his firing line up near the bridge. Marius, simply one of the best battle armor pilots in this entire game. I'm sure he has a tag laser with him. And what they're going to try and do is get the ATMs off the Mad Cat and just pummel away at the opponent. So we started at 989. If we don't have any holds, then the battle will either be finished when one team does something to kill the other team, or vice versa. Marius, however, is not a carrying asset. He cannot be the last asset alive and have his team still get the victory. So if they rush and get in close with those slow assets, Proxima definitely has a chance here because he has a numbers advantage. Anyhow, you can see the two teams waiting it out, and it is more likely than not that Gnome or Marius or somebody has seen the number of blue mechs over there. This is TC Desolation, a very cold map. You can fire a long time, especially with missiles and lasers on this map. And oh my goodness, if you have autocannons and Gauss or anything else with ammo based, you can fire as much as the weapon can handle. So now Marius is going to try and get into Scout probably. Battle armor can move at about 60 kph. That little blue gun he has, if he wants to give his position away, can cause enough recoil that he can jump a bit further as we follow him along. This is a long-range map until you get into the trenches. When you get down low, it is a close-range map. And now Marius sees his opponent. He's going to move in closely. The range the Mad Cat has to stay at is about 750 to 150 meters away from Marius to make utilization of their weapon systems. Now, I don't believe, and I'm going to check the list here in a second, because I don't believe that they have brought LRMs, which if they did would allow them to hit from 1,000. No, they have a number of PPCs. So yes, the majority of their forces can hit hard from about 150 to 900 meters. And now Warlord Kentax is going to keep an eye out. He probably can't see anything from there. Marius is going to move in and going to attack Shooter. So now they know that Marius is the battle armor, and they're going to have to decide to try and kill Marius or to try and get away to find the enemy team and rush them. You see Warlord Kentax here being attacked, and that his back will take heavy damage. The back armor of a mech is by far the weakest part of a mech, and if you lose it, the rest of your mech starts to take damage at a higher rate than it normally would, and it also can only travel at half its original speed. Since Marius has 3 lives, he will be attacking this team very aggressively, and they don't have a ton of weapons that are necessarily good for taking down a battle armor, especially considering that a battle armor, not only being hard to see, can regenerate its life after a few seconds, and if it's not taking fire. You can see the two teams now see each other, and if Proxima sees them, he is going to pull in at maximum speed. He needs to rush, and rush now if they are going to take this fight. The ATMs are going to be coming very, very soon. Proxima firing off his own ATM 3. But the problem here is Marius has just killed a mech and is going to kill another if he is unchecked. So now the two teams have the same number of carrying assets, and Warlord Kentax is rather beat up. Avetronix is not equipped to take down that battle armor, so he is going to die. And this match is increasingly looking like this is Wolverine's Rebirth, because that Mad Cat will be coming down to bear in probably about 2 seconds. There's the second mech. You can see just how dangerous Marius is here. There are only 3 mechs remaining, and he is now going to start attacking Warlord Kentax's mech, I believe, to finish it off. And they are now rushing. Proxima will maybe try to take out a mech or 2. The attacking mechs have to be bought and purchased using an economy system, so even if you're going to lose the battle, taking out the enemy asset can certainly help. You can see that they are still fighting as hard as they can. They've lost 2 assets so far. One heavily damaged as we try to get back over here to see Warlord Kentax attacking Marius. As Kentax has now lost an arm and is now dead as predicted. They're doing a good job, Proxima and Shooter are, of trading fire with the enemy, but ultimately what caused this to happen was that they were so focused on Marius and were not able to, they did not go to counter him fast enough that Burner was able to get in and bring all of his weapons down, and by the time that they were ready to charge, their mech assets were already heavily damaged. So now Proxima will fight as hard as he can, but for his team, they simply got out-strategized here, and they'll be very hungry to see what happens on map 2 as we move on to the second map, and a little birdie tells me that there may be some changes coming up on that second map, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, for now, TSA Desolation goes the way of Wolverine's Rebirth, and they go up 1-0, trying to attack the crucial planet Poznan. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Chaos March.